there are a lot of missing pieces in that equation, which I feel are more important than your experience or more important than the amount of languages or frameworks that you know. That is, when seniors or superiors are gonna consider promotion in terms of being a lead, in terms of a senior role, who are they gonna prefer? People turn towards blaming, pointing fingers towards each other. This developer made the mistake, this junior didn't do the things properly, or I mentioned this but it was not done. Most of the developers find a way to shift the blame from themselves to someone else so that they can safeguard themselves. How to land senior roles faster in IT industry or in software engineering career in general? Let's talk about it. Most of us developers, we think that the more experience that we have, or the more knowledge we have in terms of, let's say, programming languages, the more programming languages we know, or frameworks, or any tech stack, the better our chances are to becoming a senior software engineer or a lead or any senior role. That's not actually entirely true. There are a lot of missing pieces in that equation, which I feel are more important than your experience or more important than the amount of languages or frameworks that you know. Okay. First of all, why you should listen to me. Hello, I am Shubhajit Ghosh. I am a full stack software engineer with more than 6 years of experience. This is my channel DevKit, where I share my experiences and my journey in software engineering industry and how I can make sure that my experience helps you or any software developer. So if you think that this type of content is helpful to you, then please consider subscribing. That really helps me a lot. Okay, let's get back to the topic. So I feel that after these 6 years of experience in IT industry, I found two things are there which are actually more important in terms of becoming a senior. The first one is responsibility, and the second one is accountability. Now, many people will say those two feels the same or those two are the same, but there is a very crucial difference in between them. Let me explain. First, responsibility. Most of the time when, let's say, we are junior software engineer or let's say intermediate software engineer, the only responsibility that we think we have is deliver code, bug fixes, create new features and push the code, make sure that nothing breaks, and that's it. That's the only responsibility that we think, or that's the boundary that we set for ourselves in our role. But that's not entirely true, to be honest, or that's not what management or what the superiors are looking for. Responsibility also means a lot of things outside this particular perimeter that I just mentioned, outside just doing code or just reviewing or just making sure that nothing breaks. There are a lot of things that also falls under your responsibility, which is how can you contribute to the company other than just your personal role? Can you help out juniors? Are you voicing or are you making sure that your contributions or just your suggestions are beneficial to the team or to the company? Or are you doing something extra that can suggest better growth for the company? Even if, let's say, it is not in your role, or maybe just randomly on a day you thought of something that you have seen the company is missing, and did you feel the urge to report it to your seniors or to your superiors? All those actually count. Now, I know that a lot of developers will say that whenever they report these type of things to their seniors or to their managers, they get instantly shut down. And that is true for a lot of companies. I do relate to that. But I feel there is one thing which all of us are missing, which is you cannot say that unless you try. At least try first. If it happens to you as well that, okay, your opinion is not taken or it negatively impacts your image, then you don't need to give. But many of us developers are there who have this sort of feedback, but they think, what's the point of giving it, or I don't have responsibility to give it. That is why they don't even let their superiors know or let their voice be heard in the company. And I feel that's a very big downside. If your voice is worthy, if your voice is really helpful, if your voice is productive, then you cannot imagine how powerful your voice can be once it reaches to your seniors or to your superiors. And I feel that is one of the most important things to keep in mind. That is, when seniors or superiors are gonna consider promotion in terms of being a lead, in terms of a senior role, who are they gonna prefer? They are gonna prefer the developer who have made impressions in their mind, who they know like out of the head, like on top of their head, that okay, this developer felt really creative, or this developer really contributed to the growth of the company. Those are the one that they will prefer. If you have dedicated a lot of things but you are not creating that impression to your seniors, they won't even have you in their radar to make you a senior role, to give you a senior role or something. So just by letting know your seniors or your teammates, or let's say to your superiors, just letting them know what you are thinking, something is not obviously like not useless things, but if you find something can be creative or something helpful you are saying that may bring a big difference in the company, I think you never should hide it. You should always express it with really politeness and gratitude. Don't expect anything from it. Not like, okay, if I have given it, then it should be followed. Not like that. But just letting them know, that's a huge surplus. And also, other than that, the other points that I mentioned, that are you helping your colleagues? Are you helping your juniors? Are you making sure that your contribution to the company is much bigger than just your role? All those things count heavily when it comes to promotion. So that's one. The second one that I mentioned was accountability. What do I mean by that? A lot of the time it happens that people turn towards blaming, pointing fingers towards each other. This developer made the mistake, this junior didn't do the things properly, or I mentioned this but it was not done. Most of the developers find a way to shift the blame from themselves to someone else so that they can safeguard themselves. And I feel in the short run you think that you have safeguarded yourself, but in the long run you are hurting yourself. What do I mean by that? It can be contradictory, but just hear me out. Most of the times I have seen it that if your junior made a mistake or something went wrong that you are supposed to overlook, or you are supposed to not overlook, sorry, my bad, the something that you are supposed to guide, or something that you are supposed to take care of. Maybe you have assigned it to your junior, or maybe you are a lead or you are a senior and you have a lot of developers under you and you are monitoring it. If something goes wrong, part of the blame also falls on you. Part of the responsibility is also yours. It's not really a good practice to throw your juniors or somebody else under the bus, that okay, that developer or that particular person made the mistake, I'm not fault here. That really doesn't look really good in terms of your accountability in the company. Most of the managers or most of the seniors, they will take it as this person just knows how to divide the work into his peers and then forgets the rest of it. They will not think that okay, this person has taken the accountability to deliver this particular feature promptly, on time, or in a proper manner. I'm not saying that shift all the blame to you, that okay, I have made the mistake and everything. No, that's not what I mean. I mean to say, whenever you are assigned something, let's say you are looking at a bigger picture, maybe a lot of developers are with you, or maybe you are working in a team environment. Whenever you are given a bigger role, don't just delegate things to your juniors or other members, peers, and forget about it. That's not accountability. Accountability means making sure that you are involved in the whole process, taking a good look at the whole process from scratch, from starting till the end, and making sure that whatever you are delivering is actually on the point. It's not like blindly I have given this responsibility to somebody else. If they mess up, that is none of my business. That is not accountability. That is not a good image. Yes, you will take help of your teammates, your juniors, or your other peers. That is perfectly fine. But having this accountability, having this thought that I need to make sure that I give it a final check, or I need to make sure that I guide it in a proper direction, that actually helps tremendously. And you won't believe, this leadership quality, this responsibility and accountability that I just mentioned, both of these fall under the leadership. This leadership hugely impacts how sooner you will get a senior role in IT industry, because companies love a developer who knows how to code, have really good knowledge, but also have leadership quality, because they know when you will be given the responsibility of the whole team, if you don't know how to make everyone go together, if you don't know how to utilize human resources properly and deliver better projects or productivity to the company, they will not see you as a leadership material. They will not see you as a senior material. You will eventually be given a senior role, but that will be very late in the career. It's not like you are fast tracking your career or you are going in roles very fast. That's not going to happen, right? So I feel if you think about these two, which is responsibility and accountability, and make sure you are adjusted to it, IT career or growth in IT career can be exponentially sped up for any developer. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about it? And if you have any question related to software engineering, then definitely let me know. I would love to listen from you and discuss those in my channel. Thank you.